Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your week. An all new episode of So Bad It's Good. Right, this is the jankiest thing.
Oh my God, I love it.
So Bad It's Good with Ryan Bailey. If you're watching on YouTube, you know what I just did. Listen, we're already starting off as it's a very sad day, and I don't even follow football, but we're in football season again. And I'm at my sister's place right now in Arizona, and I just walked by the TV, and they said Joe Burrow. And so my ears perked up because I know Joe Burrow is like Sophie's favorite guy, and he threw an interception. But
he threw like 4 today. He had a really bad game, and
we found out you had a boyfriend over the summer. That he's so pissed.
I know. He's sad about my little boyfriend that I have.
Wait. No, this is actually because sports fandom I attune as the same as pop culture fandom in a way. Like, this truly is sad. You get sad about this stuff, right?
Oh, Everybody affects my mood way more than it should, because we actually, despite all the interceptions and them playing terribly, we almost won. Our kicker missed 2 field goals that would have been like game-winning field goals. So I was like, yes, we won. And our kicker's really good. Like, he's going to get this. And then we ended up losing. And I was like, oh my God, if we had won, I would have been in such a good mood for the rest of the day. But instead, since we lost, I'm like sad and mopey.
Sorry, you guys, you get bad mood, Sophie. But
yeah,
I felt bad. But wait. This is only the first game though, right? Did they look good in the preseason? I'm trying to like throw out sports phrases that I've heard about. Like
the preseason doesn't really matter because a lot of people are resting their starters. Yeah. So like don't want to like risk an injury. So the preseason like doesn't really count, but like we went to the Super Bowl last year. We improved our O-line, which was like a big problem area last year. So
my O-line is always a problem from what ladies tell me.
So I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I'm sad, and it affects my mood more than it should.
I'm sorry. Well,
we were playing a division rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I'm sorry, I don't want to offend you. I hate that team more than anything in the world.
You know what? Luckily, you do not even have to talk sports from this point on, folks, because we're going to go pop culture because there's so many things to dislike in pop culture as well, because it has been a wild week. Before I do that, though, I want to say that Sophie's podcast, So True with Sophie Ross, you were back in business. I saw you recording this week. It comes back this week. So you guys, remember, go subscribe because it'll show up in your podcast feed immediately. So she is back with a new season, second season, if you haven't heard the first. So I wanted to plug that immediately. We'll plug it again at the end, and I'll also put in the show description. So go support that. Are you allowed to tell us who your first guest of the season is?
Oh, it is me. I'm having a
Whoa! You went big. You went big that fast.
I know. It's me, guys. No, it's a solo episode. I wanted to catch up with everyone. In solo episodes, I always find we've talked about how solo episodes are kind of challenging because you don't have that person to like bounce off.
They're the scariest thing ever.
I know, but I think I got the hang of it, and I think it's a really good episode. We talk about a lot of exciting, juicy stuff. So check it out on Tuesday.
No, that's why like the Sophie episodes I always look forward to the most, because it's just like you just get to talk with somebody. Like it's so much different when you just do it by yourself. Sometimes you feel like you're going crazy almost, like you're like, oh, you just want to have that conversation with a friend, but I have no doubt your solo episode is going to kill it. Let's start with an easy story. Beyonce celebrated her 41st birthday in Hollywood last night at a mansion party, and this thing was star-studded. Did you hear about this?
I heard about it, and I saw like the Kardashians were there.
Whoa, the Kardashians were there. Kim was in this it seems exhausting to be Kim Kardashian these days, but to squeeze yourself into these one-piece superhero costumes.
Oh God,
Chloe was there.
Her outfit, but I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, look it up right now. You'll see it's like a superhero outfit, but it's like zebra stripes and her sunglasses. Chloe was there. God. But then you guys, Drake was there, and I'm hating Drake's new look. He has like he's wearing like an all velour tracksuit, and he's braided his hair. Look up Drake's picture and tell me what you think of Drake at Beyonce's party.
It up.
But the other big news, you guys, is Drake only supposedly stayed for 10 minutes, and he came in the same SUV as Tristan, I don't wear a condom, Thompson.
They came together?
They came together in the same SUV. Please look at his outfit and tell me as a girl that if that's cool or not. That's not cool.
No, but he actually looks like Tristan here. Like he looks like an NBA player. Like, I don't know.
God. Drake, you're Drake. Stop trying. And this Tristan Thompson shit, on your opinion, like, there's so many talented basketball players that I have no idea who they are. It's almost like Tristan, like, hooked up with Chloe just so he could be a name and hang out with people like Drake.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Tristan really liked the lifestyle of the Kardashians. Like, yes, he makes a lot of money as an NBA player, but you know, when you're dating someone who lives the most extravagant lifestyle you could possibly imagine, like that has to be a perk.
But I love that they only stayed 10 minutes. I love that they're like, this isn't the vibe. And like, I wonder if Chloe was there and Tristan didn't know Chloe was going to be like, I was writing all this fan fiction in my head about like, why only stay 10 minutes at this party. Also, Adele was there.
Can we talk about the Ray J stuff?
Oh, we're going to talk about the Ray J stuff. Also, there's no pictures of really Beyonce at this party yet it was her party. So it was like Kim, Lila Rose Depp. She's actually being talked about more, Johnny Depp's daughter, because her HBO series produced by Sam Levinson, the creator of Euphoria and The Weeknd, comes out pretty soon. So you're going to see a lot more of her lately. But it was star-studded. I'm trying to, Bella Hadid was there. Like I said, Adele, Zendaya was there, Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. The stars were out. Like, if you were Beyonce,
are they even friends with Beyonce? Like, is Beyonce really friends with these people?
Sophie, I got to tell you, I saw Machine Gun. No offense to Machine Gun Kelly fans. I saw that and I was like, oh, this actually makes me think less of Beyonce. And that's hard for me. Like, would you want if you have your next birthday party and Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox came, you'd be excited for a second. And then I feel like you wouldn't be happy.
Right. It would like ruin your birthday.
I feel like it would ruin your birthday. But happy birthday to Beyonce nonetheless. The thing that you're talking about, and this is the hysterical thing. It's not hysterical. So James Corden has a talk show on CBS late night, and Ellen DeGeneres no longer exists in the talk show world. So the Kardashians have now knighted James Corden as their go-to guy. And Kylie Jenner was on with Kris Jenner on Thursday night, and they hooked Kris Jenner up to a lie detector test and asked her if she was part of the Ray J Kim K sex tape. Am I correct?
Yes. And she denied it.
And the polygraph, quote unquote, expert said that she was telling the truth. Now, Ray J must be a huge James Corden fan, because Ray J went off on Instagram last night. I mean, in your opinion, what did Ray J do?
So basically, Ray J, and first of all, can I just say that polygraph lie detector tests are not accurate? And
no shit,
like, not real. They can't be admissible in court because they're like so not accurate.
Yes.
So like, just because it said that she was telling the truth does not mean she was telling the truth. But Ray J basically provided receipts proving that Kim and Kris were behind the release of the sex tape, and he was like, I have been blamed for this for going on 20 years now. I have, been called a creep for like.
By the way, wait. He still can be a creep.
He still can be a creep. I'm not like, we're not trying to like completely admonish Ray J here, but like, they acted like Ray J was the one who released the tape, and he, Kim was apparently on ecstasy in the tape, and like, did he take advantage of her? It's like, no, they were behind the release of the tape and actually filmed 2 more tapes to make sure that Kim looked good in the one that they released. And he actually, I think this is the most damning. there was like some document that was like Cabo video. It was the handwriting.
Yes.
And he put it next to, and I love how he had like a projector for this. Like he was projecting it. And he put it next to Kim's handwriting samples that we have. And it is the same handwriting. Like there's no denying this. And the fact that also the Kardashians, he was getting like phone calls from them during the live. They were like calling him, and then Kim ended up blocking
Ray
him.
J, what's up? Please answer. Ray J, please answer.
Kim ended up blocking him on Instagram like during the live. Like they're not coming out and denying it. Like I think it's pretty clear like what's going on here is that I think it's the fact also that Chris and Kim, they obviously released the tape, but Chris and Kim have been bringing it back up, like on the show with the Roblox thing.
Well, that was Ray J said. Ray said the fact that on the first season of the Hulu show that they insinuated that Ray J might have done stuff to Kim's butt while she was asleep. Ray J was like, that's too far. That is too far. And I will not, like, I have never done anything to her while she was asleep. There was always consent. And that was the thing that set Ray J off, supposedly.
Yeah. But then listen, this on the James Corden show, they're bringing it up again.
Yeah, and they're using it as a joke. So everybody gets a big laugh at it. But the funny thing is, this is like such a great pop culture thing because this is how pop culture exists, is that we all secretly know. It's not even, we all know Chris was involved in this. We all know, it's just the fact that we're getting proof now. But Ray J, it's too late. They're too powerful. You've waited too long. It does not matter. Because I was like, Sophie, wouldn't it be crazy if, Ray J is completely telling the truth, which I think he is. Like, what does that even mean? Does that mean like all the prisoners Kim helped free have to go back to jail? Like, does that mean the Balenciagas like, fuck you, Kim. We wanted this on somebody that hadn't professionally released their tape. Like we've blamed it too late. They're too powerful now.
Yes, but I also think that it's kind of like, and I know that some people are like, Chris is behind all of this. She's just drumming up press for the new show. It's like she's not that much of a genius. That she's not this evil genius that everyone wants to pretend she is. She's definitely evil and she like knows what she's doing. But like she's not that. Every controversial thing that happened is not because of Chris like coming up with some like master plan. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, somebody hit my car the other day and I was like, fucking Kris Jenner, dude. It was either that or Lisa Rinna hit my car.
All of the world's evils we can just like blame on Kris Jenner basically. But
well, I mean,
I think it's kind of like, I think it's a perfect storm of like them kind of, and I also wrote about this in my Substack this week, that all of the announcements that happened last week, like Kim is the face of Peloton. Kim is doing a true crime podcast with Spotify. Courtney
the equity investor thing, Sophie, the equity investor thing.
She has a new private equity firm. Like all of these announcements, I was like, I feel like it's like giving desperation. Like they're kind of grasping at straws right now. And I don't know if it's like something bad that's about to happen that they're trying to get ahead of, or it's like they know that they're kind of like losing relevancy. And I said this in my Substack. I was like, they're clearly not that irrelevant if I'm freaking writing about them right now. Like I get that, but I think in terms of like the glory days that they once had, it's like they're just not. I feel like this is just kind of like it really might be the beginning of the end. And I think
so. It's like the last days of Rome before the fall of Rome. It's like the
obviously like there's the next generation that they are going to pimp out, and there's just so many of them that like every time we're like, oh, I'm over them, then a new one pops up, and like I don't know, but I really do think it's kind of like just a downward spiral. And I think that this might just be expediting that, like people are just like sick of them. And but
also don't feel bad, guys. They're set for all of our lives. So don't feel bad. They're going to be fine. But what cracks me up is that at the end of the day, though, remember, Kris Jenner, if you have studied her or her family, Kris Jenner had been kicking around Hollywood for years. Kris Jenner made Caitlyn Jenner, like re-energized Caitlyn Jenner's career after she was an Olympian, and so she's been she was kicking around Hollywood trying to find all of these ways in. This is the one thing where Kris Jenner, if this truly was her idea, it fucking worked, man. Like it worked. And the funny thing is, Kim did, if you want to say it, like took the bullet for the family, because the rest of the family gets to live off her spoils. Like, I was joking around today. I was like, Chloe got the jean line, Kylie got the makeup, Courtney got whatever it is we say Courtney does. Rob got the sock line, but Kim had to literally, this all got built on the foundation of, are you here for the love of Ray J? You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that funny that this is all potentially built on this one move that worked?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but I feel like that's a conversation that we've been having for this entire
I know. I still
career.
just find it
It's all like, this is all because of a sex tape. Like, yeah, I know, but it
just
also
blows
like
my.
Yeah.
But okay, so we have that, and real quick, I just want to ask a personal question. I am visiting my family in Arizona. I surprised my mom, and I was at my sister's last night. I'm here right now again, and she told me something that just made me so sad. She said, and my niece, who's 13 years old, said that my mustache makes me look like Super Mario Brothers.
I love it.
See, they said I did, and then I did a comparison side by side, and then a lot of people in my DMs were like, "Your sister's right, dude." Like, and then I was like, "Oh my God, I'm like a little Italian man." No offense to a little Italian man, but they're like, and then I just got teased by my sister for the last day.
No, I love it. Keep it.
But you're like a Super Mario Brothers fan, probably.
I know, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so Kardashians, it's like the norm. Kanye West also had another explosion this week. Kim is like the calm version of Kanye, where Kim makes all of these moves. And I'm telling you, the investment equity firm thing that she started this week, you guys, that's the one to watch that got the least amount of press. But that's a big deal. We're talking, she will be in charge of billions and billions of dollars of investment money. That is like people don't really understand, like, that is a insane move for her to make that actually will pay off dividends down the line. But look into that, you guys.
Private equity firms are evil, you guys. And I tried to explain it on my podcast episode that I recorded, and I was like, I don't freaking know anything about like a finance or financials or whatever, but like, there are so many articles detailing why there actually is an article that I was reading that's called, it was in Vox, why private equity firms are killing everything you love. And just that's why also.
And by the way, so yeah, but I mean, this is a great conversation to spin off of, where you can go and listen to Sophie's podcast. But and
I just don't get who she is appealing to. Like, who are her fans? Who is she appealing to? No one thinks it's cool. I mean, yeah, of course, like, people are like, whoa, like, there are some idiots that are like, wow, girl boss. But like, no one is like thinking this is a girl boss moment, or like something that's like really cool, or like
13-year-old girls are like, private equity firms. Woo!
Like, it's like, of course you're doing a predatory capitalist like thing. That's what you do.
Well, dude,
like,
I was offended because Kris Jenner released that photo on Friday where she had face-tuned her face into that of like a 22-year-old girl. And I brought out I retired this for a while, my Facetune Bureau of Investigation. And I get legitimately scared now as the account gets bigger and stuff. Cause like, I truly am scared of Kris Jenner. Like, I know we all joke about that shit, but like, I don't know. Anyways, I do want to talk about something that a person that was important to so many people passed away. And I truly don't know your feelings on this. I didn't check your Twitter feed this day, but the Queen passed away this week, finally, at the age of 96 years old. She had a 70-year reign. Did you have any feel? And I know a lot of people are like colonialism and all of this, horrific things that the monarchy has brought. But the Queen meant so much to so many people. Did you have a take on the Queen, Sophie?
I made some jokes. I was making jokes with the rest of Twitter. Yeah, I mean, it was interesting because I actually was at a bar yesterday, and there were some British tourists there that we were talking to. They were like sitting at our table basically, and we were like getting their thoughts, and they basically explained the monarchy in a way that kind of makes sense if you're a British person. Like, the Queen is the ultimate unifier, whether you're on the left or the right. The Queen, the monarchy, is not supposed to have political opinions.
Yes, they're not parliament.
You're just a figurehead. You are a unifier for the country. So I understand why British people get attached. And obviously, Queen Elizabeth was the longest reigning monarch in British history, I think. She ascended the throne when she was 25, I think.
Yeah.
And she died at 96. Like, poor Charles, he's going to get like 5 minutes before he kicks the bucket, too.
Well, listen, and this is how petty I am. I didn't realize. Have you seen Prince Charles's hands? He's got these sausage fingers.
I'm sorry if it's a medical condition, but they're so swollen and red.
Oh my God. It's like the nightmare finger blaster. Pardon me. Like if Lindsay Hubbard from Summer House had to be in bed with Prince Charles, like you would not want
oh my God,
that hand anywhere near. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, is your guy right there looking at you?
No.
Oh, I was like, he's giving you. I was like, your guy's like, no, but Charles supposedly has a heart condition, or at least that's what my mom told me, but my mom just makes up facts right and left. But you got to check his hands out, you guys, because they look like balloons, like like the hamburger Stouffer top stuffing hamburger helper guy.
Disturbing. But yeah, as an American person who kind of like, I'm listening to people of color who feel a certain way, obviously. Yeah. She wasn't just someone that inherited colonialism and all of the bad stuff of her ancestors. She herself did a lot of bad stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I thought it was so interesting how so many people like posted like artsy, like they're like RIP Queen. And I was like what? Like, I didn't realize that she had this many like earnest, genuine American fans. Like I
didn't realize until the last couple of years when, I mean, like, of course, the popularity of the show The Crown on Netflix, but there are so many people that have tried to explain that, just the soap opera antics that go on behind the scenes. These were like the first Kardashians. I mean, the way these get covered in British tabloids, everybody's hooking up with everybody. Now, of course, we know Prince Andrew is a fucking idiot Epstein loser, so that's one of her nerdy sons. And then you got Prince Charles, but then on top of it, you have Harry and Meghan and William and Kate. Like the more listen, this week I read so much stuff about this that I was like, oh my God, for the first time in my life, I might watch The Crown. And I hate period costumes. And now I'm like, I want to know the history of this stuff more. So, I don't even know what it means for Charles to be king. Like, do you even get to do anything?
No, this is.
I'm like, this is the idiot podcast. What do you do as king?
Crazy. And someone else tweeted this too. It was like Queen Elizabeth literally just lived 96 years, never working a job, never having
girl boss, dude.
Just living off taxpayer money.
Girl boss.
Stolen land, like girl boss. That's a girl boss. That's the life I
want. Also, if Ray J does have those other 2 tapes, which he said he gave to Kanye, like even if they were bad or they were deemed bad by Kris Jenner, wouldn't we still get a release of them at some point? Like, I feel like then you have 2 more tapes to release. Oh, and also Kanye West was watching the live that Ray J did. Did you know that?
No, because the one tape served its purpose and the other 2 are with Kris and Kim in their vault somewhere. Like that was all bullshit with Kanye, like
going to get the suitcase.
Yeah, going to get the suitcase to get the tape from Ray J. He was like, what are you talking about?
Also, in terms of Kardashian, this cracks me up. Kourtney Kardashian teased a new business this week. Did you see this?
Who did?
Kourtney Kardashian.
Kourtney. Yeah, Lemmy. So someone found a TikTok that it's definitely going to be vitamins and supplements. They looked up their the trademark for Lemmy with Kourtney Kardashian. It's vitamins and supplements. So
she's going to sell vitamins and supplements. That's her, and it's called Lemmy, Lemme.
Yeah.
Like let me get healthy kind of a thing.
I guess.
Yeah, Kourtney Kardashian rides a pink bike barefoot in the desert as she promotes her new company, Lemmy. But she didn't like say what it was or anything. Like you said, a TikTok user went and found that. I mean, that's how insane this is. She's just riding around a desert in a bicycle. And I was like, was Kourtney Kardashian at Burning Man? Which, by the way, did you have any friends that went to Burning Man last week?
No. Burning Man scares me so much. I'm sorry.
Why?
It's so scary.
Because of the heat and the sand and all that stuff?
I just think it's like like scary. Everyone like dresses scary, and they like literally do burn a man like a
At the
big,
very end, yeah, big,
like a
big
statue,
woodman.
and
Not
they
like an
light
actual
up.
man, you guys, a big statue of a
I
man.
was actually watching a YouTube video about like kind of like the origins of Burning Man, which was interesting because I was curious about it, and it was all about like building a society in the middle of nowhere and then tearing it all down.
It's all self-sustainability. It's like you provide for yourself. So everybody actually works. Like you have a job if you go to Burning Man, like each camp, which by the way, Army Hammer, I remember back in the day when he was in class, I remember him going, he went with the Sony Burning Man camp, and he would tell us about all the drugs that were there and all that stuff. But he would also you would have to work like a 3-hour shift every day. But that was just like running the bar or giving out massages. But it was all about like everybody had their job.
Wait, have you ever been?
No, I almost went once, and I've done Coachella a bunch of times, and my buddy Josh goes every year and he swears by it. But like, I don't know. I could tell me enjoying it, but then it's like so much sand. And then I'm not good with like just talking to people on the fly, like I'm not good at just introducing myself to strangers. Like I wouldn't look good in any of those skimpy outfits they all wear. Like I'm not going to show my dong or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's definitely not for me. I can see.
But by the way, I could be wrong, and it could be one of the most life-changing, amazing experiences of all time.
Yeah. Aren't there like a lot of bugs too?
Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of bugs. In fact, this week, if you do believe in climate change, which I do, they said it was the hottest one on record. And there were times like even at night, like where it usually cools down, where it was so flipping hot. It really is just extreme conditions, but a lot of billionaires go to these things. Like, like they'll have people go ahead of time and set up their camp, just like Diana Jenkins does when she goes to any hotel. She has Ghostbusters.
I would be complaining the entire time. So yeah, it's good that I don't go.
Wait, do you have a favorite complaint? Do you have a complaint that you do every day?
No, but me and my family were making jokes about the fact that I was listening to another podcast or watching. I'm always consuming random content, and I was learning about oil rig workers.
Sure.
And oil rig work, you're like, sure.
Sure, of course. So, why wouldn't you be learning about oil rig?
As one does. Oil rig workers have such dangerous jobs that they make a lot of money. And so I was like, what if should I just work at an oil rig? And we were all
100%. 100%.
Me working at an oil rig, I'd be like, ew, this is gross.
Guys, I fucking got oil all over my hands.
Yeah, I'd be like, ooh, it's in my nails. Ooh. And I'd be like, I can't wait to shower and nap when I get home. But I'm like in the middle.
Sophie Ross, worst oil rig worker ever.
I know I would last like the shifts are 12 hours. I would last maybe 12 minutes.
We did this story last week, but it continued on this week, sadly, as Brittany once again spoke out on her Instagram saying that she is her kids are blocked now and she's going to wait until they appreciate her. It's very sad when people have to, I don't know. It's just more mess. Also, what are your thoughts on Kelly Clarkson?
I love Kelly Clarkson.
I do too.
She was the best American Idol winner ever.
I mean, truly the first and the best. And also she has a career now, 20 years. She did an Instagram post last week thanking for 20 years of being in this business. But also very exciting news is that she has announced a divorce album. So before the new year, you will get a divorce album from Kelly Clarkson, which Kelly Clarkson is just one of those people that I just trust implicitly. Like the fact that she has the voice she does, I watch her talk show and her little karaoke things where she can take any song and make it her own. There's just only a handful of people that I trust implicitly where it's there's no bullshit. It would shock me if I found out something was if Kelly Clarkson killed a man or something. Yeah, if it's something bad.
Since you've been gone.
I mean, what a breakup anthem, that is truly. I feel like we need to support.
For sure.
Yeah, I will. I'm totally down for a divorce album. Okay, now we got to talk about somebody that I truly am worried about this dude. We had earlier in the summer a tour cancellation from who's the Camila Cabello's ex?
Oh, Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes. Okay, so he had canceled his tour, but then this week, you guys, Justin Bieber was over at Rock in Rio doing his tour, and then afterwards, he has announced that he is canceling the rest of his Justice tour. Is that he is like emotionally and physically not ready to continue touring. Like, and Justin has had problems for so long with touring. Like, what do you? I mean, like, I constantly worry about Justin Bieber.
I know. So I know he has what was like the syndrome that he cited that he has?
Ramsey Hunt.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about that. I guess it causes facial paralysis.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can only imagine how exhausting and like physically and mentally taxing it is to like perform live. I don't know, like what's the average like length of like a concert? I don't know.
I think
like,
for Justin Bieber, you're probably looking at like an hour and 40-minute concert. I bet. I would imagine.
So nearly 2 hours. Like that is like very taxing, and I would be exhausted after doing one of them. And then you
can't even work an oil rig, Sophie. You wouldn't be able to get out there
for more than 5 minutes. No, I would be like, okay, I'm tired. I don't want to do that anymore. And like then you have to do it again and again and again and again, and you're just like traveling and going on tour, and like it sounds very exhausting. And I can understand, like, I think a lot of these celebrities may actually have valid reasons, like whether it's, you know, the illness that Justin Bieber cited, or it's like, I just don't feel like doing this. It's really exhausting. I kind of just want to chill out. Like, I understand that also.
So yeah, like at night, you know how we can like cancel on our friends, like for plans would be like last minute. I don't want to go out. You know, like you can't do that for like 80,000 people.
If I didn't have to go to work, I'd be like, guys, what if I like drafted up a whole statement on my Instagram, like Justin Bieber, like just to not go to
work? Dude, you guys know how seriously I take mental health. Well, I regret to inform my company I will not be here today.
It breaks my heart. I'm so sorry to let everyone down.
To let all my fans at work know that I can't be coming. Okay, so did you watch Southern Charm this week?
Yes, I did. And I watched it. I went out to watch football Thursday night. And then
wait, Sophie. I thought football was just a weekend thing. Now they have Monday, they have Thursday. Is there
Sunday,
Monday, don't have football?
Thursday. Yeah. It's like basically my Hebrew school schedule growing up, except that was Sunday, Wednesday. But yeah, so I watched it drunk. I need to rewatch it sober, but like I remember like some tidbits.
Okay. So some just tidbits I want to like, first off, we had talked about a rumor last week that Craig was like in contention if Andy Cohen retired to take over Watch What Happens Live. Absolutely not. But I will say, after even watching this episode and remembering Craig's performance at the reunion, if Craig was willing to get wasted every night, I would hands down give him the Andy Cohen job, because Craig is, I hate to encourage people getting sloppy drunk, but Craig, you guys, was over at Patricia's mansion and he spilled red wine on a $45,000 sofa. And then he sat down and broke another, like a $10,000 leg of a chair. And he was just hammered and he's so indignant. So he's like, you shouldn't have old chairs laying around like this. You know,
he was like, the wine glass, like it doesn't.
Who serves wine in a glass like this?
Yeah, he's like, what kind of stem on a wine glass is this?
And I love it. Reminded me of Craig at the reunion where he was just like, Shep, Taylor shouldn't even want to be with you, dude. Like he's so honest when he's drunk and he's indignant. So I would sign up to watch that Craig host it, but it wouldn't be healthy for him.
Yeah, no, it was funny. It was funny, but it was also like, Patricia, like if you're having a bunch of overgrown frat boys over, why are you having them sit on like the really antique, like old $10,000 chairs? Like get some cheap ass shit for them. Like you
throw out tarps, like put out tarps down and stuff. Yeah,
they're like frat boys. I love. You are the company you keep, so I guess I'm a B-list fuck boy.
Did you know? I had no idea she was 81. She looks amazing for 81.
She does look great.
And Whitney looks amazing for 81 as well. Like they both look great.
Whitney looks great for being 65.
So, and the other thing, so you guys at the end of this episode, the big episode, is that I always love now how they try to throw Dumois into all Bravo shows.
Always.
Craig's drunk at the dinner. He's like checking Dumois, and he's like, "Oh no, man!" And I don't remember this. I actually I don't remember this Dumois. Like my friend was like, "Is this like?" My friend was like, "Is this a stage storyline?" Because I don't remember this Dumois storyline. But he's like,
but I believe it. But
I believe it, but I just don't remember it.
I don't remember it, but I'm not surprised. I'm sure I just clicked through it and was like, okay, yeah, sounds about right. But Craig was like thrilled when he saw it. Like, on the outside, he was like, oh no, this is bad.
But that's what, like, the Craig and Paige relationship, I think, works so well because they both love to sit in bed and look at Dumois. That's like so he's like at dinner wasted and he goes, oh no, man. Oh no. And then he tells everybody, he's like, Chef, we got to talk to you, man. Your Raya profile still active and some internet bloggers have posted it. And, Shep's like, and then Shep's like, yeah, I went to Barbados to try to find myself. And Taylor knew, and Taylor said, I hope you find yourself. And so I love that he was in Barbados and fired up a Raya account. And then I guess he left the account open. So it was still, I've never been on Raya. So like, does that mean he was actively still getting Raya like hits since he came back from Barbados 2 years ago?
I don't know.
Is that what they were saying?
I don't know how that works. I've also never had Raya. So like, I don't know if it's Raya or Raya.
I love Sophie goes, I've never had it. And she mispronounces it. So we believe her. Exactly how it's pronounced. Yeah.
I tried to get on it years ago and I didn't get accepted.
Wait, do they send you a rejection letter? Do they send you a rejection? Like, sorry, not at this time.
It's like, we're putting you on the wait list. We'll get back to you. And then they just like never got back to me. I was like,
you're like, I'm verified. What the F?
But like, I don't know. I don't freaking know how it works. But yeah, Shep is a douche who's proved himself to be unfaithful. So I'm not shocked.
And Craig goes, I love Craig as a friend. He's like, as a friend, I'm coming to you to tell you this. And then I thought he was going to be like, get rid of your profile. He's like, put it so she can't see it. Put it so she can't see when you're active. And that was his big friendship advice. And I was like, doofus, you got to get rid of the dating app entirely. And then they keep cutting to poor Taylor. I didn't realize how religious Taylor was. Taylor was saying that she thinks that God put Shep in, like, some people need extra help. And that's why she's in Shep's life, because God. And I was like, wait, you think your purpose is to help, like God put you on this earth to help Shep? No offense to Shep. I like Shep, but not as like a boyfriend. Like, I don't think God put Taylor on this world just so she can take care of people like Shep.
No, that's a very toxic way to, like, a 40-year-old man should not need full-time fixing.
Like, Taylor shouldn't look at that and that's her purpose. Like, no, she's like a beautiful, nice person. Like, I don't, she's
really grown on me this season. I know I said that she had a personality of like a piece of cardboard, but I really do think that she's like a sweetheart. She's very cute. Like, I think that she's a sweet, cute girl. I like her. She's definitely grown on me and I've seen more of her personality. So I'm rooting for her. But
Sophie, also
like the 3 lessons my mom taught me: sunscreen, seatbelts, and Jesus.
Kyle Cook. That's what it reminded me. Like, what do you like, Kyle? I like, what he's like, alligators,
Sharks,
family, shark, family. Oh, speaking of that, I didn't get to ask you this week. I keep reading this and I don't like, why is Danielle not congratulated Carl and Lindsay on their engagement from Summer House?
She did.
Okay, because everybody was like, we still have not gotten a congratulations from Danielle. And then Danielle had posted a photo of her out with Sierra and the new cast members of Summer House, but Lindsay wasn't there. And it would break my heart if Danielle and Lindsay get like are not friends anymore.
I think people might be reading into it too much. I don't really know if there's like an actual rift or anything, but like, I think that she congratulated them, but like, I don't know. I did see people like really, just really going deep with like the social media interactions and like all of that. I don't know if it's that deep, but like maybe it is. I guess we'll see.
Did you I like Lindsay and Danielle's friendship, and I don't want there ever to be any issues with it. Also I want to say this is a Bravo and Cocktails blind item that got sent to me like 80 billion times today, and it was alluding to like this reality star. They're together and has a band. And it seemed like it was referring to Tom and Ariana from Vanderpump Rules. And that they broke up and they're actually not really together. I can 100% assure you that blind item is false. Like I've gotten sent that so many times today.
I'm glad they're still together. I love them, and I'm glad you see insider info.
Well, and that's not even like I'm not bragging because it's not like I don't ever like to like that's not. But I'm telling you, and she will not be at Tom's show tonight in San Diego. But it's nothing to do. Trust me, it has nothing to do with there are other things that happen that are tragic in other people's lives where you can't make it to things. But that was like a weird blind item that I'm like, oh, this is 1,000% not true. So I wanted to throw that out there for any reality fans listening. Now I want to get to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which, dude, did you see my Instagram thing of Jennifer Lawrence talking about she's promoting her new movie with one of the leads from
Erica Evil.
She goes, Erica Jane's evil and needs a publicist. And she's like, I mean, she's a hardcore Housewives fan, but she said what you said about, she goes, this season is boring of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Erica Jane is evil and needs a publicist. Lisa even tried to help her and was pushed away. And then she started bringing up Scary Island, the Real Housewives of New York classic episode. And the Brian Tyree Gibson, the actor who's amazing, he watches it too. And I got so excited watching this clip. But, did you watch this week at all of Erica being a complete demon at the end?
Oh my God, it was unbelievable.
Okay, so you did see it.
The mask completely.
Oh, I mean, like even the facial looks of like when she Garcelle's like, Erica, come here. I don't want to talk behind your back. And she like turns, she just makes these evil looks. Like,
I know she's so soulless. Like, I really loved, and I tweeted this too. I loved, and I wrote about this in my Substack also, but like, I love that Garcelle said, it's not about looking guilty. It's about showing that you have compassion, which like Erica has completely failed to show compassion at all. She once again was insinuating the victims could be lying, that they're alleged. Like, that tells me everything I need to know. Erica was in on this. Like,
she won't even admit that Girardi Keys had anything to do with it. She's like, it's not proven that Girardi Keys did that. I'm like, dude, you're taking it too far. Like, you can leave yourself out of it, but if you're going to try to say that it's not been proven that Girardi Keys actually did these things, come on.
Yeah, like that tells me everything I need to know. Like, I don't give a fuck about anyone else but me. Like,
yes,
the mask completely slipped. Like,
but Sophie, isn't it like the Kris Jenner thing? It's like, we already knew that, but to hear somebody actually say it is still kind of shocking.
Yeah.
And the other thing she said, you guys, about these diamond earrings, which I love, Garcelle was just like innocently questioning her, and she Erica was just bragging about it, not realizing she shouldn't brag about shit like this anymore. And she's like, what does $750,000 earrings look like? And she goes, 1.3 million. And she's bragging about like her purses and her Alexander McQueen's. But what was so great is she's bragging about she talks about it like you would talk about your boyfriend. Like, she talks about these things like they're lovers. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. She talks about these, it's a leather skin this, and and you realize that truly is Erica's love, is like, she truly is about her possessions, because she keeps saying, let the law figure it out. It's the law. She keeps fighting. Like, the law's told her to give them back, and she keeps fighting it because the law is for rich people, you guys. The law isn't for us normies. The court system is geared towards people like that, where if Erica keeps appealing and appealing and appealing, she can eventually hold on to those earrings. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what pisses me off. It's not something like let the courts decide.
The judge did order her for her to give them back,
and they appealed. You know what I'm saying? And they appealed. So I'm saying, like, don't let any of this shit fool you. She'll be like, it's a court thing. I'm like, no, at a certain point, it's like, you thing.
She was like, the law's precedent. She was pissing me off so bad. Like, so it was so frustrating to watch this episode. Like,
but listen, I'll give
that Crystal and Garcelle. Like, I loved Crystal really being like, that's the facts, dude. Like, people died. Like, thank you, Crystal. Thank you.
But she was like, did they? Prove it. Prove it. Like show me the bodies. Like, are you fucking out of your mind? And then she truly, I mean, so, and I don't know, like, isn't it also weird? Like, so they filmed the reunion on Friday, you guys, and Andy Cohen's updates were hysterical because like at like 6:30, it hadn't even gotten to the Aspen stuff. 10:30, they were still filming. I mean, just like the exhaustion level you must have after dealing with that. I will say, and this is what I want to show you. I'm not like, I do have two eyes. I thought Erica's reunion outfit looked beautiful. I thought she looked good. Did you think she looked good? Really? I thought she looked, Lisa Rinna, I did not think looked good, but I thought Erica Jane did. And aren't those the only two reunion looks that like, they really truly don't care because they release their reunion looks and usually they're officially released. And that was weird to me. Also, Andy said that one big bombshell had already happened in the first 3 hours of the day, which I don't know. What do you think that could be?
Was that Lisa Rinna? I was reading that Rinna apparently was like, I'm done with this show and like stormed off. Like, do we believe that?
I don't believe it, but I will say it would be an iconic way to leave. Like, honestly, like Lisa, if you did that, it would truly be iconic. No, I think it's Diana Jenkins announces she's not going to come back because, guys, guess what? Diana in Hawaii, she caught COVID and she was not able to come to the reunion. So she zoomed in for the reunion. So also this is on top of a week. Like, so 2 weeks ago, she sent out a bunch of lawsuits to a bunch of internet people, podcasts, all this stuff. Then this week she sued bots. She sued whoever did the bots that went towards Garcelle's son. But even as, and I know people don't like this guy, Ronald Richards points out, you can't sue people you don't know. So like these lawsuits are kind of like super, it's just like almost
suing a bunch of bots. Like, I don't
it's a PR thing. Like, so she's suing, but it's like, you're not telling, he's like, great, tell us how you're doing this. So she did this lawsuit against the bots. And she also, and this I will say, yo, I don't care if you're evil. I don't care if she is donating supposedly $100,000 to the Lion Air victims of Girardi Keese. You do have to go through her to apply for the settlement. It's through a new nonprofit she started, but it almost felt like she was doing this as because in her line in the episode this week of like, anybody can donate to these people. Put your money where your mouth is. Almost kind of like Garcelle and Sutton. Where's your money? I'm putting up 100,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's all for appearances. I think it also, the fact that it's just through her own organization is kind of sketchy from what I've been reading. I don't know if it's true that money is going to the victims. Good. Yeah. It doesn't absolve her of anything. It doesn't absolve Erica. Like,
yeah. It's just such a mess. So I'm so glad that we're close to the end of this. And I will say that I think all the noise that Rinna made about Kathy Hilton so far, she was like, I'm going to tell my truth at the reunion. I got to tell you, Kathy's going to really have to say something so flippin' horrific because right now, Erica looked horrible. Rinna looked horrible.
Yeah,
so
no one looks bad except them.
Oh, but what did you think? I wanted your reaction on that line for the preview of like, Kendall Jenner's 818 tequila, my friend Kendall. Lisa Rinna.
Jenner.
Could you imagine that bartender going like, you're personal friends with Kendall Jenner? Oh my God, Miss Rinna, amazing. Like, how sad is that for, I mean, like, I don't like for an older lady.
Embarrassing. She's so embarrassing.
And by the way, I could see where that would piss Kathy off. If she's been trying to plug her tequila, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would be pissed too if I was Kathy.
Absolutely. That's like an intentional slap in the face.
As we wind down here, Real Housewives of Atlanta, the reunion will air tonight. I enjoyed this season. You got to support. Dubai also did their reunions. I am so behind on Dubai. I have to catch up this week. So that is out there. Also, the first 2 episodes of Real Girlfriends of Paris, the new Bravo reality series about,
but I heard it's cute.
It is cute. I liked it. I mean, listen, I'm not a real girlfriend, but I enjoyed it. Like it's a bunch of rich girls in Paris. I mean, there's shades of, this is not blasphemy. I think there's shades of gallery girls in there, but I believe give this a shot so we can make more shows like this. So that Vanderpump Rules finishes filming in this next week and a half, and then the 10th season will be done. Oh, Jax Taylor and Tom Sandoval were at the same party on Labor Day. So there might be a friendship reunion where they might be friendly again. Who knows?
I saw that. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I'm intrigued as well. And I'm curious the Lala of it all this season, because Lala doesn't seem to like most of the cast except for Katie Maloney. Oh my God. I listened to Katie Maloney's podcast with Kristen Doe. Like, have you ever listened to Katie Maloney's podcast?
I did. The one podcast that she did right after her and Tom divorced, right after she filed for divorce, I was like, I want the deets. But like, she has the most lifeless, monotone voice.
Dude, listen, I appreciate what Katie Maloney is going through with divorce. I've been there. I actually would love to have her on this podcast someday, but I listened to it with Kristen Doty and I didn't even, I'm like, this is a podcast? I was like, this is Sophie, how you do your podcast. Like, you're like, hey, this is Sophie Ross. This is so true with Sophie Ross. It was so anyways, I don't want to, it takes all kinds, but it was just the first time my roommate made me listen to it. And I was just like, whoa, my God, it wasn't what I was expecting. And I was surprised. Well, cause she's probably making a full living off it. So, okay. I always love, what did you watch this week or weekend that you liked? You always watch interesting things. What do you recommend for people? I know you watch a lot of football.
Oh my God, I forgot to tell you.
What?
My boyfriend and I watched Morbius last night because it's on Netflix.
Oh my God.
Loved it.
Wait, what did you say? You loved it?
I loved Morbius, and that's my truth. It was unintentionally, there were so many moments that were like unintentionally hilarious, but like we were like very into
it. I did not count on it. Did it? As they said it like, well, so it made sense. You enjoyed it. You loved it. You want more Morbiuses.
I want more Morbius. I want more.
Oh my God, please say the second. Wait, the second episode of second season, you need to get Jared Leto on and just do a Morbius centric episode of So True with Sophie Ross.
Did you ever watch it?
No, but I will shit you not. I saw that it was on Netflix and I added it to my list because I'm going to see it. I will see it.
It's so funny because I actually was like just laughing at some of the parts that like weren't supposed to be funny, but like I was like into it. Like he basically is like this doctor who's like, he turns down the Nobel Peace Prize for his invention of artificial blood. I'm not gonna spoil all of it, but he's like, this is my newest, like he plays this like really like
he's crippled, right?
Doctor.
Yeah.
He has some sort of disability. And it is just like so like there are so many parts that are so funny. And his whole thing is like, let's like put like bat blood into my blood and see what happens.
It's so smart. That's what you got to do. And well, speaking of that, because you'll be interested, we talked about this before, but Netflix just announced this week for the streaming service or the technology company that invented binging, they are now going back to weekly only episodes. They are not releasing full seasons at a time. What do you think, Sophie? You will not be able to binge Stranger Things. You will have to watch it week to week.
I love binging you. I want to.
Well, you's going to be week to week. They say they are now going back. They're going to at least try it, like because like what is it? Hulu and Disney that do 3 episodes.
I understand it because there's so much more hype around the show when you like with Yellow Jackets, for instance, like all the theories. If we had just all binged it, all like
it was so fun.
So, I also love Lord of the Rings, the show on I think it's on Amazon.
You watched the Lord of the Rings one?
I love Lord of the Rings. Dude, I love Lord of the Rings. I love the franchise. I love the orcs.
Oh, dude, there was a news story. There's already and the original Lord of the Rings cast, Sean Astin, like all these guys, like there's like racism in Lord of the Rings. Like there were like, did you read this crap about people like not
are mad about the casting?
It's
You
like,
know what's
are
so
you
funny
guys
about
out of your minds?
is that Middle Earth or whatever it's supposed to, it's not like our planet. It's like a totally different universe. So it's
We
not
ruin
like
everything by hate. It's like, what?
yeah, it's like it's not like there's like a different like continent. Like, no, it's like it's a totally different world.
You could have all like purple people for all you want,
Right,
like
right.
it would not.
There's freaking orcs and dragons and shit.
We are
I love
so
the
dumb.
orcs. Every time I see an orc, I'm like, that's you to
So
my
you-
boyfriend.
Oh, I thought you were like, that's me. I was like, because of my
That's
mustache.
you,
Wait,
Ryan.
so you actually recommend the Lord of the Rings thing? You think it holds up even to okay?
And I'm not into like Game of Thrones, but I love the Lord of the Rings like trilogy.
Wait.
I always really enjoyed it. And the new show I think is really good. I'm super into it.
Dude, you will totally be into Game of Thrones then.
No.
I think you're just like doing this to be no, I really okay.
No.
Okay. Hey, she says no. But I swear to God, you will end up loving it. So I think that's just interesting to pay attention to because I love that now we're potentially going back to week. But I want things to be exciting again. Like you use Yellow Jackets, which by the way, a week ago they went up. They started filming second season a week ago. So second season is filming. Succession is mid-season filming. They're almost halfway through this new season of Succession. So no matter what happens with our lives, we have tons of great TV to look forward to. What we also have to look forward to is season 2 of So True with Sophie Ross that premieres this week, you guys. I say go subscribe. Like I said, it'll show up in your podcasting feeds. I will put that as a reminder. And what day does it come out so I can remind my daily show to go listen to it too?
On Tuesday, the 13th.
I'm so bad. That's this week. So that is this week. Yeah. Tuesday the 13th. So you guys all, but also remind you on my Tuesday episode that to go listen to that too, but go do that. Give it good reviews so she can get placement and all that stuff. I know that sounds cheesy, but it really does help you guys. So like, even if you think like, I think everybody thinks that like people like, oh, this podcast is on Easy Street. Never assume that. Always give it 5 stars. Always support. It's like a free way to really, if you do enjoy listening to this, because it's just, I don't know. So anyways, I wanted to say that. Anything else coming out that we need to know about?
I'm leaving for Greece actually this
course.
Friday.
Wait, what the wait, what? You're leaving? So obviously Sophie will not be on next week, but you're leaving for, you're going to Mykonos?
No, I'm going to Santorini, and I've never been to Greece before.
Wait. How long are you going to Santorini for?
A week. I'm going for a week with my boyfriend, and we planned it like a while ago. I was like,
do you already have things that you already planned, or are you just like chilling and seeing what's up?
Have some things, but I definitely need to do. He like is such a better planner than me. I'm like the most chaotic,
Me too.
like unorganized person. And so he like, booked our flights, booked our hotel. And I was like, I'll plan everything else. And I like have not done a good job at planning.
Yeah, so we're watching football.
I know. So if you hear this and you're like, I've been to Santorini, this is fun, send me a rec.
Dude, everybody in this last couple of weeks on my Instagram have been in Mykonos. Who's the comments by celebs girls are there, and
I know it's like so annoying watching I promise I won't be annoying on social media. Like,
no, please. At least I was like, I get excited seeing cool crap. So you guys go support that so she can be an overseas podcast celebrity over there. But have a blast. That sounds amazing. I'll hold things down here for you. And remember, So True with Sophie Ross, Tuesday, second season. It's a must listen to. Okay.
Be there
or be square.
Or be square.
Bye.